Yep. Oh my gosh. So we trekked today through Snoqualmie Pass. We're at a place called Double K Retreat Center. I've never even heard anyone talk about this course. I've never seen it, so it's completely blind. It's pretty windy today, and it looks like a super beautiful course. Well, I think this is gonna be the new schedule. We're gonna play a course on Saturday, and I'm gonna put out one course playthrough every week. And then I'll try to put out one coaching video every week as well. So kind of a good balance between coaching and course playthrough. But I will put the UDisc link or the UDisc page here below. The first hole is 420 foot par 3. The basket is straight down there. Looks like just a straight 420 foot shot. Trees block the hyzer. So I think we're gonna throw a crave. Oh, and one thing we're doing today is I brought 4 putting putters for the intro. I'm here on hole 3. We're actually changing the rules a little bit. We're gonna throw 2 off every tee, and I'm gonna do the putting, the 4 putts for myself. We're just gonna count the first one. This course already is turning out to be really cool, unique shots. So far I recommend it, and I wanna throw multiple shots off each tee because these are shots I don't really get to throw very often. So hole 1, we're throwing a Proton Crave. It is windy, and I'm not sure which way the wind's going, so this could go pretty poorly. Also, these tee pads are like gravel and dirt. They do have frames, which is nice, but they wouldn't be the best for running up. Luckily, we don't have to do that. We're gonna just throw this on a touch of hyzer, let it flip a little bit, drift, hopefully fade right back to the basket. Right there. Shouldn't be too bad. Flip. No. All right, not the best shot. We'll do 2 off the first tee. Throw a Tesla for shot number 2. Needs to be flat. Yep, come back at the end, baby. Little skip. Should definitely have a putt with the Tesla. Crave was maybe 40 feet short and left. Tesla is legitimately exactly 420 feet. About 22 feet left. We're gonna do our best. Bad. It's windy. That was very close. Oh my. Let's not talk about it. We made the first one. This is a 520 something foot giant U. That's a turnover the whole way, basically. How far can you bring it back right? And I don't really get to practice those shots. And if this is the kind of shots they're gonna have on this course, I wanna throw multiple shots just because it's gonna be super fun. So I'm excited for it. I'm still gonna do the 4 putts, but I'm gonna count the first one for you guys, and then I'll just cut out the other ones. This is a gigantic turnover the whole way. So we need to put height on it, throw something that goes really far and just turns and never comes back. That's the goal. I think I'm gonna throw this Pharaoh just out there flat and high, maybe a tiny bit of turn, and see how far we can get right and, I guess, far. It's kind of hard. The basket is basically in line this way, so you have to go all the way around. And I don't know if it's 500 from here to the basket or 500 taking this route, but we're gonna try to rip a giant turnover. Please pan. Oh, it's gonna roll. Did it roll? Swirly Star Destroyer next. A little less anhyzer. Actually, this is a little more stable, so maybe the same amount will be good. Oh, it's so bad. You know, that's actually out there quite a ways. It popped out a little early, but hopefully it gives us like a 400 foot shot to the basket. I'll check what par this is and let you guys know as well. Okay, so the hole, it says it's 542 feet to the pin right there. This is 420 foot turnover shot. This is the Pharaoh. The Destroyer was quite a ways back there, maybe 50 or 60 feet. It was very far, but not right enough. So we just need to take a pitch up. This is a par 4. So as long as we hit this pitch up, we can take the birdie. So nice little Berg forehand. First one of the day. There's also some stuff in my way that's kind of annoying me, but it's all good. Whew. Oh, almost hit the pole. It's a pretty gnarly headwind from right here. It didn't feel like one out there. I don't know, the wind is swirly in here. Probably because it's in the mountains, but here's the putt for you guys. Easy. Four in a row. I think that was about a 20 footer, maybe 18. This is hole 3. It's 181 feet right here in these trees to the left. So it's got to be a skip shot and you have to make it through some trees. You could also just go straight at it and try to, hit the back branches and get a putt. That actually might be what I do. Throw this flat or on a tiny bit of hyzer and just keep it low. A little far, but close. We'll throw a second one here. Same shot with the Berg, straight at it basically. You did hit the ground earlier. Get through. All right. A little short with the Berg. Devilhawk was maybe 15, 20 long, but it was kind of in a bunch of crap, so I just decided to take this one. We're going with a little slight ante putt around this tree. Just don't leave it low. The footing is very bad here. Okay. Nice. Can't really do a full pull down because the trees are in my way, but 3 in a row. All right, this is hole 4, 330 foot dog leg left. It is very, very steep. It's like a very sharp dog leg, so you need a skip, I think. There's actually snow on the ground still here, which is crazy. We're gonna throw the resistor first, glow resistor. We need to keep it low, and it has to hit the ground before we hit those trees behind the snow. Luckily we have snow, so if we just get it in the right line, we should be able to get a skip. It's very low ceiling, so definitely a really hard shot. I think that's legitimately perfect. I think we're gonna be a little short, but I think that the shape is extremely hard to actually not be a little short no matter what you do. We're gonna try the fireball as well, but that was dead on what I wanted to do. Same shot here, just hope we get a little more distance. I'm gonna throw a little harder. Fade, baby, fade. Yeah, that's the problem with the fireball. I just knew it would, if I threw it any harder, go too far. It looks like we are 50 feet, 55 feet short. You want to turn the camera around and show them the tee pad, how this hole kind of shapes? I don't really know what shot you could throw. I mean, maybe a hyzer, like a pushing hyzer with something flippier has a chance to get there with a skip, but it would be extremely hard to lace that. Yeah, I'm gonna go for it. Bad, it's too high. Need more turn. Oh, closer. Short. Last two were pretty good though. All right, we don't really have a perfect disc for this hole. It is a giant dog leg right, 326 feet. Basket is like right here, so you just need to drift right the entire way. We're gonna try a proxy, and then I guess for our second shot, we might try a Pathfinder powered down. I was gonna try the forehand on this, but I just really don't think it shapes up very well for it. the basket isn't like off in this corner, it's just farther back. So we gotta put this proxy high and we have to put a lot of power on it. Actually a hard shot just at the gap as well. So right angle, hit the gap and a bunch of power and give it height. Oh, I hit some trees. I hit 3 different sets of trees. Try the same thing with the Envy, actually the Pathfinder. I'll have to hit it a little less hard, but I will have to put it on more ante because it's more stable. Same thing, nice and smooth, let it drift. Oh, that was so close to being amazing. Just hit the tree. Let's go see where we landed. We're not in the best spot here. The Pathfinder was actually much better than I expected. It was actually probably an easier shot than this, but I picked it up because I thought this would be pretty good. Looks like we got caught up in these bushes, so we need to do some kind of step out forehand action. I can barely see the basket. It's gonna have to be like a nose up, really high forehand. I just hope I don't F this up. I think it's a putt. Very hard shot. Easy putt. This is a shot I need to practice, this Anheuser. I misreleased both of those a little inside. I need to work on some form stuff to keep my release point the same spot when I throw an Anheuser. But we're on the course, so we're not focused on form right now. Let's just make this putt and take the par. It's nose down. I only missed the first one. Hole 6, 349 feet, slight dog leg right. It's off in this little cove back here. This is another extremely hard shot. The ceiling is very low, and you have to push something turning the whole way 350 feet without throwing it high. So definitely hard to control the disc when you have to keep it so low. We're gonna try a crave and just hope that it breaks right before this bush up here, or these bushes up here. We just need to throw it kind of flat, maybe a slight hyzer, and give it some heat. Don't hit the tree. Nice and flat. Turn, turn, turn. Ah, it's right in the bush I was trying to miss. Gosh, that is hard. I think we'll try a forehand for our second shot. See if we can't just get this to fade right inside those bushes. It's the goal. We did change our forehand up a little bit. We got some more heat on it, so I'm excited to try it out. Okay, I think that's a little right, but it's better. So we'll take that probably. All right, the crave was better than I thought. It stayed on the outside of the bush, so it would probably been a par. I think this is also a par, but it's pretty close to being really good. I just needed to skip a slight amount farther forward to not have a cutoff putt. But I'm actually kind of happy with this shot because I don't really get to do these kind of shots that often. I don't really know what to do for this upshot though. I think it's a berg. We're gonna go with the berg upshot. I don't think we can make that putt ever. So we probably have a better shot just trying to make the berg. Nose up, same shot as last time, I guess. I'm not loving this having to throw the berg in all kinds of janky directions, but at least we're doing stuff we don't normally do. Okay, that should be an easy tap in. This is hole 8? Not exactly sure. 397 foot, downhill, slightly left, but a bunch of trees in the way and a gap to hit off the tee. I think it's just a straight shot with a fairway, but you need to either put a little flex on it so that it stays more straight as it fades down the hill, or throw something like the crave that's a little flippier so that it kind of stays straighter longer, because you really don't want it fading out far left. It's only about 20 feet left, 400 feet up there. Hole 7. Okay, so this is hole 7. So we're gonna try the crave and the Tesla. The crave we're gonna throw on slight hyzer, pretty hard. Hope it pops up, drifts a tiny bit, and then just sits down at the end. And then the Tesla we're gonna throw on a slight, just a tiny, probably just flat, honestly. Let me not lie to you. But we also just need to keep it low. And there's a ridiculously hard gap to hit at the beginning of the tee, so let's just make it. I hit the gap perfectly. It's turning perfectly. If it fades at all, will be money. I don't think it faded at all. Well, I hit the gap amazing. Same thing with the Tesla. Actually, I think that line was a little too much ante for the Crave, or was a little too flat for the Crave. Might be perfect for the Tesla, as long as I hit the gap. Pretty happy with how I hit the gap on that first one, though. Yep, fade. Oh my God, I think it's fucking perfect. Oh, that's gotta be parked, baby. That was perfect. Let's go. Tesla, about 30 short. I didn't put enough oomph on these, I guess. And the Crave is right here. It's almost the exact same distance. They're both probably right at that distance. But this one has an open look, so we're gonna take it so we can practice our putting a little bit. It's very far. It's like 70 feet or something. Oh. Oh, it's two. They're pretty close. Just a little too low by the time it gets there, I think. Oh, caged out. I'm gonna jump this last one. Awful. Whenever I jump putt, I always accidentally like yank the nose down. I think it's because my arm is moving too fast. My wrist can't keep up. So I need to work on that just a little bit if I want to start incorporating a jump putt. It's all right though, we'll take the par. All right, hole 8. This is 444 feet, dead straight. This hole looks really, really hard in this wind. We have a tail right to left. I haven't been talking about the wind too much, but it's definitely out there, 5-8 miles an hour, something like that. But you basically have to keep a driver dead straight the entire way while not being able to get close to the ground. So there's like bushes about 7 feet tall the whole way. So you need to have your disc 7 feet off the ground, shaping to end dead straight, which is really hard in this kind of wind because both the tail and the right to left want to push it left as soon as it starts hyzering out. So you need to throw something that kind of turns for a very long time and only fades at the end, which is pretty hard when you're throwing really high. We're gonna try 2 destroyers, and I don't want to lose my disc here, but we're gonna have to rip them kind of high and like flat. So they turn at least at the beginning of the flight and then just hook up only at the very end. Very hard shot in my opinion, but we'll see if we can get it done. Yep, don't fade too much, baby. Don't fade too much. Chill. Okay, I think that's the right distance. It faded a little bit too much at the end, but that was probably the perfect angle. With this disc, I bet it would be perfect. So let's hope I can hit the same exact angle. Yep. Oh my gosh. I am cracked at this game. Oh my gosh, I was listening for change. I think I'm like 5 feet from the basket. So let's go look and see where we're at. This was about 40 long. You just said it was 475. The swirly one, which is the one I would throw in this hole if I need that flight, it just has a little bit less bite at the end, is 15 feet. I could not be more pleased with these shots. This is a super hard shot to just keep it straight, even in the wind, with not being able to get close to the ground the whole flight. And I threw both of these exactly how I wanted to. Let's make this putt. Yes. That's a sick birdie to get, man. Super excited about that. Oh, a little high. So this is hole 9, and the end of the front 9. This course has been sick so far. Last hole was a par 4, so I eagled it, which is sweet. Another eagle in another video. This hole is hole 9, 280 feet, just straight ahead, and then just slightly maybe 10 or 15 feet right. So it's either a backhand turnover, like a proxy would do really well here, or it's a forehand. I've been working on the forehand, so I kind of want to try it out today. I'm going to throw one forehand, and then if it doesn't work out, we'll throw the proxy on backhand. And if it does work out, we'll try another forehand just to get practice in. So we just want to keep it flat for most of the flight. So this needs to be thrown with just a little bit of hyzer. It's 280 feet, so it needs to be thrown kind of hard. Whew. Skip. Too low. Do we throw the proxy? I think we do. Abandon the forehand. Throw what we know. This just needs to be dead flat. Turning the whole way. Shouldn't be a hard shot. God. We yanked it. Tried to put Annie on it like a dummy. Probably our worst hole so far. We grounded the forehand and yanked the backhand, which sucks because I know I can get my forehand here. And this was a perfect disc choice if I just gave it a little bit more height. But doesn't matter now. We just got to make the upshot. We need to park it. Ooh, a little long. Maybe a 20-footer. Didn't fade quite as much as I thought it would. Okay. Good, still a good upshot. We just gotta make this first one for the score. Nice. Oh, that was just a robbery. Nice.